each other's back. It doesn't matter. What should happen in a reasonable society, which we keep doing, and then that never fucking happens because we're not a reasonable society, is even if that cop was wrong, he could be wrong. Surprisingly, they're allowed to be wrong, and legally nothing happens. They are allowed. We seize the thing. We go, okay, let me check the body cam footage. I believe you, in some states, you are entitled to ask about the body cam footage. I don't think all of them, like, on the spot let you check it, but you can request the body cam footage, and once they see it, if like whatever you thought was happening, whatever was not taking place, then obviously they have no charge, they have nothing to hold you or whatever, then they can't do that. And it should be a done deal, let go, all that. But that's not how it works, and you know that's not how it works. So I don't know why we're playing the game.
Yeah, but I think it should be, and that's how we get it to be that way, is we have to hold our officers accountable.
I don't think it's I don't think it's the officer's fault. It sounds like chain of command. If chain of command's redacting things, if we know that they're like a known Mormon, they're buddy with the church, I think it's higher chain of command, because they're ready, willing, and able to sack officers.
Yeah,
who gives a shit about the officers? I'm even willing to bet, as much information as I know, I'm willing to bet like 99% those cops didn't want to do it, or they were doing it because they had a power trip more than anything else.
I believe you.
And the police chief was like, do this thing.
Yeah.
Because then they'll sack them for the next guy, and then they'll just get like a desk job or whatever. They'll just get moved around. Like, they don't give a fuck.
I agree. I'm just saying that there should be some accountability. That's my point. It's like the police chief should also be held accountable when he
who's gonna hold him accountable? Probably somebody else that's within the Mormon church.
But I don't know. I just like the federal government have no say about their.
About the police chief? No, the federal government don't give a rat's fucking ass about that. You kidding me?
I mean, obviously it wouldn't happen now, but like a just DOJ couldn't come back in later and be like, all right, we see that.
I mean, you could, but you're way too high up for that. Like, police chief like answers to like the mayor, man. You'd have to radicalize the mayor or something. And then if you have like a corrupt mayor, then you're probably looking at like DOJ or something. Like, you're gonna start.
I'm sure that the mayor is also corrupt.
Well, yeah, I'm saying like you have to go through the process. So it's like, okay, let's go to the mayor, Mr. Yeah, it was like you literally have to like you don't just get to go right to the top. I mean, you can, but that usually is like somebody that has like a real boner with like whoever you're trying to like nail, and or you're gonna like rattle the wrong cage. I was like, you gotta start first. So it's like, oh yeah, police chief corrupt. Let's go to the mayor. Okay, the mayor is corrupt, and let's start talking to like whoever the mayor answers to. I forget who the mayor answers to at this point. But then it's like, okay, if you can't get there, then you start looking at like federal like prosecution of some kind, because now you're starting to work your way up. But they won't even hear DOJ and stuff won't even hear your case if you didn't like try to like talk it out. Like you saw they wouldn't take that guy's case until he made like an honest attempt to talk.
I feel like he went beyond honest attempt,
but like, he can't prove it. You'd have to have like the video recording, like just because you went and harassed a guy, that doesn't mean you served them papers.
Yeah, but if the police never let you serve them papers, then they never have to go to court. It's like,
well, that's why they had the video. But you see the games that have to be played. Once again, I shouldn't have to tell you, law is about people. And what do people do? Number one, not logical. Number two, play games.
Oh. Okay, I was close.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's like it's true. If we do every famous court case, like we do OJ, if law was served and justice was served, man, that man wouldn't have been free. But it's not, because justice failed, law failed that time, and you can keep doing it. And once you go, oh yeah, it's failed more than twice, it's gonna keep failing.
I know.
and it's because people are involved in it. People are involved in the doing of the crimes. People are involved in the either protecting or not protecting the plaintiff defendant. And then at the end of the day, you know, who's in charge of saying if any of that court thing made any fucking sense? People. You can commit the most heinous, ugly, nasty crime you want, and people could be like, we don't want to find this person guilty. You can do that.
True. It's fact.
You can just be like, nah, we don't want to do that.
I think that's just a symptom of the legal system we have now. We don't think there can be other legal systems that are better and more based around like the truth instead of like obviously the lawyers for each side want to say or do whatever they need to do to win.
Yeah, and you're hoping and praying that the people that you get in there on the jury are actually going to do their job and fairly assess the situation and vote in the most honest way, but that's not always the case.
Where's this thing not going?
But once again, you're leaving it in the hands of people. For the people, by the people, all that good jazz with the people means that at some point people get to put their little fingies on it. And people can be biased, people can be bought, people can be. That's why they try to limit as much of that as they can, but once again, you're still valuable at being a person.
I mean, I get it, but my point is that we should like be striving for that, and like when there's corruption, we should try to like stamp it out, because then these powerful systems can be used to like infringe on these people's rights, like they did do. Prevent them from like exercising their free speech, and then like they were like arresting them for like the GoFundMe. I don't understand that part too much. I don't know how you can arrest.
It's
How can I post it there?
libel. Always forget which one's which. Is libel or slander? Because on the thing that they put on there is because they're stealing from old people. It's like indicating specifically like because like by saying like, oh yeah, you're like stealing from old people, it's like infringing on like the business because now their business is hitting or getting hit.
But it's just a true thing though. It's a fact. And they're
they're not stealing from old people though. It's stealing from like this one like group or this one entity. So technically it's not correct what they're saying.
But which was the old guy? That's the owner of the Legos. Is the old?
Yeah, but
guy.
they don't steal from old people because people is like taken as plural.
It's so pedantic.
But that's law. That's law.
I know, but it's like that's like the letter of law versus like the spirit of the law. Like that's not what it meant. Like the law.
But if that's how people read it.
Yeah, but that's my point. That's the law system that I think is like a silly ass law system, which we could have a better one that's like, all right, we know what you like was meant here. Like just because it was one old person and not old people, that means all the charges are dropped.
And
have a good day.
That and at the time that was done, I don't think that the court case went through anyway. So technically, you can't say that somebody's stealing because it's like it has to be proven. Just because
they already won a case before that.
They won by default. You don't technically win a court case by winning by default. You have to wait for like a certain period of time, because even if you win by default, you can still appeal for like a late thing if something happened. That's why like you're not like paid out by default like immediately. Once again, there's so much protections that you're not understanding. Because usually by default, you do have like an X amount of period of time to appeal or say like, oh yeah, like I was like in an emergency or I was hospitalized or whatever, so I couldn't show up to the court case or whatever, or like I couldn't stand trial for this thing, so that's why I wasn't there. So they have a chance to appeal the default win.
I don't know how they won the court case, so I admit.
They won by default. They didn't show up to court.
I assume that's what that meant, but I wasn't
But
sure.
you're in a good spot. Run. With their lefts and rights.
Oh,
That's speaking of your orbiter people that you like, that's why Brogan still hasn't paid Ethan Klein for not showing up to her court case because she's motioning for a late appeal, I believe. Lots of protections, which means there's lots of games to be played.
what did you do, Pop?
It's always been busy here.
Also, why people on death row get to appeal like 900 billion times, even though they've only gone through like the legal process of appealing like less than 10 times, but it takes like years for it to go through. Also, why they very eloquently were like, "Oh yeah, we could beat you in court." We was like, "We'll just bankrupt you, or make it like not worth your time." Like this is the entire process. You stall. You let them think that they won, and then go, "Oh no, we couldn't show up because XYZ reason. So we're gonna have to reset like an appeal date for this."
Busy over there?
Yeah.
I had a conga line on behind me, so I'm just saying, couldn't have been too busy.
My point being is like the system it needs to be. It's not about
It's not-
finding the
Hold
truth
a
and
sec.
justice.
Did we not have this conversation before?
Yeah,
Is
and
that
I
there's
get
no-
it.
there's
Idealistic
no thing
that people won't mess
that
up.
humans have not effed over. Not one beautiful, wonderful thing ever that humans have not effed in the A. Not one thing. Nothing. That's what we're best at.
I don't
We're
know.
good at that.
I don't think they have to have peanut butter. That's pretty good.
Peanut butter.
Yes, I like that you were rudimentary there. And I'm going to tell you, I don't want it out of you anymore. You know better. Okay. Now that you've been chastised properly.
Although they do have like healthy peanut butter, but apparently that tastes like medicinal. So I don't know. Maybe
I don't want you to be rudimentary anymore. Seriously. I want
depends
you to
on
be
depends
next
on what
level.
you mean by effed up. But
You were a baseline on that one. I want you to be more. That's all I want you to do.
well, I'm only gonna win on something baseline. You know what they didn't f up? Bananas. Pretty good. Pretty good.
But yeah, but why do you have to win though? Why does it have to be a W? See, now you're standard. Now you're a regular human. Doesn't have to be a W.
Well, I was thinking.
not that
I was looking for a little optimism. You said there's nothing they didn't f up. I wanted to wanted to give the Humies a win.
No.
My point is like, if we want nice things take effort to maintain. I understand
he
like
barked
the
out that note,
default
too.
is entropy, but I want nice things, and like you have to work to continue to maintain that, so that people that want chaos and want to be lawless don't always
problem with
win.
Humanity is always lawless. Humanity is always chaotic.
I understand.
They don't want nice things unless it's just for them
Exactly.
and their people. That's all they want.
My
And if
people.
you have to go down,
Yippee!
and everybody has to go down so that them and theirs, and at the end of the day, they mean them. Not sacrifice their kids, their grandparent, their mommy. Everybody gets sacrificed as long as they get what they want. At the
Hey,
end
are we
of the
gonna
day.
do the fortress?
I've been
Why not?
working my way very slowly.
I'm
forward with some
asking because sometimes we
chocolate.
don't do all the objectives, and I keep asking because then I don't want to walk over there and burn all my ordnance if we're not going over there.
Go. What kind of time we got? We got 25 minutes.
Doesn't mean we always
all
do
day.
all the things. Sometimes you guys, once again, we literally did this last weekend. Sometimes you guys have an ass full and go, they beat my ass up this map. I don't want to play anymore, and then we leave.
That's true. That's true.
I'm getting my ass beat up on these conversations where my youngest is being pedantic. I want him to be a little more.
What am I being
lucid.
pedantic? What am I being pedantic about?
Being sketchy, being truncal.
The only thing I'm being pedantic about are the things.
You're baiting. You're baiting.
I'm not baiting. I'm not baiting. I'm literally being pedantic about all the things that are law-based that are literally pedantic, and that's all the things that he doesn't like. But it's to serve a purpose.
Yeah, he's an idealist. What are you gonna do? No,
Yeah.
everything's beautiful Everybody's beautiful.
Especially when dudes
No,
like,
no,
oh yeah, I don't see
everybody.
how they did that, or I don't see how they got away with that. It's like, well, they literally did this.
No, no.